Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D. Wait, no, this isn't D Generation X. Sorry, my bad. Uh, the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast proudly brings to you its NXT review. Yeah, the Road Dog does that so much better. I'm sorry, I'm not Road Dog. I apologize. But we are gonna bring you the NXT review for this week. It was a pretty good show. I liked it. Let's just jump right on into this before we get into any more shenanigans, because one of our members isn't ready for the show. He's copying notes right now. We'll just throw that out there. I'm not going to say which one it is, but, you can guess. Anyway, so we get an opening video package this week, basically on Kevin Owens, just kind of showing his title reign so far and what happened last week, basically with Alex Riley. What did you guys think of the video package opening the show?
You actually liked it, to see what's going to be happening, with Alex Riley and Kevin Owens. I just wanted to see how they're going to build with this, see if they would have a rivalry of some sort. So, yeah, I actually pretty like this. Pretty good. DJ?
Uh, I liked it because it kind of showed us the build up to the Finn Balor and Kevin Owens thing, and it got me excited for like the what was going to happen tonight with Alex Riley and Kevin Owens. If anything was going to happen, or if it was just going to be like innocent bystander gets attacked, run while you can. I was just interested to see because Alex Riley, looks like a type of guy to stand up for himself, former wrestler and all. So I was excited to see what he was going to do.
Yeah, so I like the opening package. It was pretty good. Wasn't the best, but it was one of the better ones that we've seen in the past couple weeks. Um, so the official show opens with Alex Riley in William Regal's office telling Regal that after what happened last week, he needs a match against Kevin Owens. Regal says, you can either be a competitor or a commentator. You can't be both. Alex says, you did both. I saw you do both. I called the match. Um, Regal says he indeed did compete against Cesaro, I think it was. And he said he got destroyed and hasn't competed since. So Regal says Alex can have the match against Owens, but he has to choose between being a competitor or a commentator. Um, I thought it was a pretty good opening segment. I liked it. It kind of building up a new, kind of a newer angle. Usually when commentators get into storylines, they're kind of the, you know, underdog, get beat up. But I don't feel that Alex Riley is that because he has been a former WWE superstar. So he's not just a commentator that has never been in the ring before. He knows what it's like in the ring. He knows he just has to, battle basically ring rust. It's been a while since he's been in the ring. So I'm excited for the next coming couple weeks. What did you guys think of this segment?
Yeah, I like the segment. The segment was good. This pretty much saying, hey, you have to choose between, to be a commentator or a competitor. And, I'm really excited to see, see if who is going to get into the ring, which, find out later tonight. And ever, since he split away from The Miz back in 2011, I've been a big fan of Alex Riley, and then, then earlier this year, he got put onto commentary, which I think that wasn't a very good idea, but, you know, I'm happy he's getting the chance to get back into the ring, if you will.
DJ?
I liked it because it was like I love how Regal kind of just laid down the law, kind of shows you that Regal is in charge and not just chilling in the background. Um, he kind of gave him an ultimatum. You can do one or the other. Even though, and it also shows again that Regal's in charge because Regal's basically saying, I can be in charge and fight, but you can't. So I thought that was kind of cool. That it was exciting. Because Alex Riley, like Justin said, when he was with the Miz, I kind of grew a liking to him, and he's my boy. So I'm excited to see him back, maybe even as in a temporary role, or maybe more so in a full time role. I guess, especially considering I guess more details on it later on.
Yeah. Uh, First of all, question: is there anybody who isn't your boy? You know,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like everybody's your boy, DJ. Like
you know,
I mean, you know, thing is, when I pick my boys,
you just pick
it
everybody.
just I pick everybody, but then like I weed them out too. Like, you don't hear me calling Big Show my boy or Kane my boy, or it just depends. It's everybody, but it's not everyone. Okay, hey,
are
hey,
these next two guys your boy?
They are, they are. But
not
anyway,
really.
next we get our opening match is Adam Rose versus Tyler Breeze. I didn't write much about this match, but what I did write is we need a Tyler Breeze Adam Rose tag team. I feel like that would be a awesome tag team. I feel like they'd work well together. Their characters would kind of mix together well, especially the fact that they're both kind of the similar character, but they're both going for a heel aspect of it. So I feel like it would be an interesting tag team. There wasn't anything really special about this match, I didn't think. I've seen both of them have much better matches. Um, but, and like I said, I was a little let down, but it was an opening match, and not every opening match is going to be hit out of the park. Even in NXT, we have had a couple duds, but not usually. But I feel like they're just building up the storylines for Tyler Breeze really more than anything. I don't think this was just kind of to help build up a storyline. There wasn't really anything else to it, because Adam Rose is kind of in limbo in the WWE right now. He's kind of jumps around from Raw to SmackDown to NXT to wherever. They don't really have an established place for him right now. So it wasn't anything storyline based for him specifically. It was more to kind of work on Tyler Breeze's storyline right now. What did you guys think of this match?
It wasn't anything too special. I mean, one thing I have to say about Adam Rose. See, on the main roster, he's beating up the Rosebuds. Down in NXT, he's his normal self. He's not beating up the Rosebuds. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
And I also like when Tyler Breeze still brought out the selfie stick. I like when he brings out the selfie stick. Really, Adam Rose, he did a whole bunch of dinking around shit during this match. Did that rolling around during the ring, in the ring during the match. I don't really like when he went out to the ropes, and he tried to, Tyler Breeze tried to run at him, and then, he kicked him in the face. This is really dinking around match. But, Tyler Breeze wins by the beauty shot, which I was kind of hoping to see Finn Balor come out, but we didn't see him come out, I thought they were going to add on to this rivalry. But, yeah.
All right. So it's funny you guys said that because these two are also, in the boy crew for me. Part of my boy, whatever. But when Adam Rose came out, I was excited because I like Adam Rose. But I was like, is he coming back? And if so, why? Like, what WWE find an identity for him and stick with it? And like Justin said, yeah, I had just wrote that down. I was thinking about it as I was writing my notes back down again, and I was like, Adam Rose's character, didn't really match his main roster persona. Like he's been trying to be this heel that kind of just doesn't really care about the Rosebuds anymore, and just kind of randomly they were like, just throw that away, and we'll just bring back old Adam Rose. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought he was upset with the Rosebuds, so I was a little confused with that. But as far as the match goes, I don't know why NXT keeps doing this to me, putting two guys I like in the same match and hoping that I root for them because it's not gonna happen. Um, you know, Rose was he was just playing games. He was being that kind of typical Adam Rose we used to see. You
Yeah,
know,
like I said, dinking around shit.
yeah. We got a catching atomic drop from Breeze, which looked like it hurt. I cried just a little bit when I saw it. The hesitation drop kick the hesitation clothesline that I think it was Breeze that hit. He hit. It was either Breeze. I think it might have actually. I kind of like that. It was kind of a cool thing. And then the beauty shot, one of my favorite moves. I'm just waiting for the catching beauty shot. Um, hashtag put that in WWE 2K16. Do it. But I love the jousting with the exotic using selfie stick at the end. Love, love that. Tyler Breeze just never ceases to amaze me with a lot of the things he does, and the furry selfie stick, just adds on to the pile, So I was kind of impressed with this match. The only reason I was really impressed was just I saw some moves that I haven't really seen from people before, like the hesitation clothesline. I had never really seen that before. Um, and the catching atomic drop was kind of cool to see. So I thought it was decent.
One more thing I have to add about this match. The fans chanted Breeze is gorgeous, which I have to kind of disagree with them. I'm thinking that some of those fans are gay, if they say he's gorgeous. I mean, I don't think he's gorgeous.
What's wrong with you?
I'm straight, man. I'm not gay.
There's nothing gay about him being gorgeous. He is freaking gorgeous.
Okay.
Listen, if you wanted me to take him out to dinner,
Wait a minute.
anyway.
So the fact that he said, I just got one point. The fact that he said that he's not gorgeous,
I mean,
is the same thing as people calling him gorgeous. Like it's in the same context. Like,
yeah.
supposed to be repeating the point. What are you doing?
Gorgeous, but it's not in a gay way. Anyway, moving on.
Maybe for some people it is.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. So, Enzo, Cass, and Carmella are interviewed and asked about Blake and Murphy's comments towards them and about Carmella last week. Enzo says, "You mean Frosted Flake Wesley Blake and the Australian guy?" I thought that was pretty funny. Cass says, "You don't talk about Carmella, you talk to us first." And Carmella basically says they made her throw up in her mouth. It was a pretty entertaining interview. Anything with them is usually funny. So just kind of building up a rivalry that's going to be built up now, I guess. Hopefully they get a tag team titles match somewhere down the road because they need the titles. Finally, it's been long enough. Let's go. Come on, WWE. What did you guys think of this interview?
Yeah, I like this interview. I thought it was funny. These guys just crack me up. Every time they get on the mic, they just ooze with charisma. And I thought that was funny, like when she said, like Carmella said they made them throw up in her mouth, and then Enzo called it a baby burp. I thought that was funny. And another thing that I thought was funny when Cass said he's gonna beat the bacon off their backs, which he's talking about. Which the bacon is the tag team titles, of course. And then Enzo said, "Daddy's bringing the bacon home." But yeah, I like this. This is funny. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Certified G's always must see TV, must see NXT. I guess I don't know, however you want to say it. Anytime a Certified G's on my screen, I am there with them, like right here. Like I'm watching, I'm listening, I'm in tune. Um, you know, I like that they're gonna get this title shot, and they're gonna win, obviously. I'm
Yeah.
excited because they deserve the title. You know, this is if WWE plays this right, this team could be really good as far as not only in the ring but like with the fans too. You know, if WWE plays this right, but you know, with WWE, you know, they sometimes just kind of, you know,
Screw things
don't
up.
do what they should do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited though because it starts with the
One
NXT
more,
tag titles.
one more thing I have to say about it. One more thing I have to say about that. They're not called tag team titles. They're called bacon.
They're the tag team titles.
That, but Enzo calls them bacon.
I don't care what Enzo calls them. He likes bacon. The man likes bacon. Okay,
Is he from Canada?
the man enjoys him some bacon.
Canadian
It's
bacon.
an American thing. Everybody loves bacon. Anyway, next, my girl Alexa Bliss is interviewed and
Is
asked.
everyone your girl? Oh, sorry. My fault. My fault.
Yes, everyone is a girl.
Asked, since it's been some time since we've seen her in NXT, what has she been up to? Alexa says, since her series of matches against Sasha Banks, she suffered a nose injury, so she needed to take some time to heal physically and mentally. But she feels she's in a good place now, and tonight is a very important night in NXT history. Charlotte faces Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's title in the tonight. And whether Sasha retains or not, Alexa is gunning for her. It's about time somebody shows the boss who's really in charge. So I really like this interview promo from her. Um, I, Obviously, she's been working more on her mic skills. I really liked her kind of little bit of a character change now, not so, happy-go-lucky, goody-goody. She's gonna, getting down to business, which they're doing with a lot of the divas on NXT. Emma, they did that with Bailey, which they still have that, fun side to them, but, more of a serious side too. What did you guys think of this interview?
I'm happy to see Alexis Bliss is back. I'm really happy to see her. That'd be a good rivalry to see Alexis Bliss and Sasha Banks, my girl. That's my girl right there, Sasha Banks. She's from B Town. Of course, if you guys don't know what B Town is, it's Boston.
Boston? Yeah, I know what B-Town is.
Just making sure. Just making sure, people.
You know what A-Town is? Do ya?
Nope.
Do
Nope.
ya?
Nope.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
I'm not from Atlanta, but A comes before B, so I win. Okay.
All right.
DJ.
So Alexa Bliss, you know, I like her. You know, she's a nice lady. I saw her a while back. She's a nice lady. Okay. No, I saw her a while back. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, right? Wasn't she on the show a couple of weeks ago? Something like that. A month ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Like an interview or something. It was something like an interview or something. So I'm glad she's coming back because I want to actually see her in the ring. I haven't really seen her in the ring before, so I'm excited. Casey's got high appreciation for the girl, so she got to be at least decent, right?
Hopefully she's not wearing that tutu anymore.
You know what?
What?
That little tutu thing, like like the little.
Get out. Get out now.
That sounds adorable. That sounds like something I actually want to see.
I didn't really like when she really wore that. I think it was like she acted like a fairy.
Get out now.
It's like a fairy.
Get
Have you seen the girl?
Little
She's
fairy.
She's made like a princess. Come on, she looks like a princess. Like she looks like.
I love her.
She's my princess. How dare you?
But I like that she's got her eyes on Sasha. She's gunning for the main cheese. So it makes a lot of sense. that she's coming after Sasha, and it goes hand in hand with Sasha putting her out a while back. So I'm excited. I want to see what she can do in the ring.
Yeah. So next we get Blake and Murphy versus Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton. Um, at first I didn't recognize Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton. They've been in NXT for a while, but they just haven't been relevant for a while. So it was weird seeing kind of they looked really generic, just in like a singlets and like headgear. I was, come on. WWE just needs their creative needs to get better. But I just didn't like this match because it seemed too much like a jobber match. I wanted to see more from Fulton and Dawkins, because they've been in NXT for a while. You know, they were in there. I think back with like when it was FCW. I just don't want to see, especially not on NXT. I don't want to see just jobber matches, especially from talented guys who really can, go in the ring. Um, any thoughts on this match? It wasn't even that long of a match, really.
No, I actually didn't really enjoy this match. I mean, it was all right for what it was, but I do like the ending of the match when I think it was not Wesley Blake. I think it was Buddy Murphy. No, wait, no, it was Wesley Blake who did that frog splash. Like, it was from this side of the ring to that side of the ring. I mean, it was a long, far way. I didn't think he was going to hit that one of them. But like you said, it was kind of like a jobber match. It's pretty much to get the tag champs, over pretty much. So yeah, I see why they did that.
All right. So first off, I have comments from our boy LB Clash Kings, who is always here. It seems like. Thank you. Um, I'm gonna wait on the Alex Riley Kevin Steen one for now, or Kevin Owens one for now, and I'm just gonna talk about the Adam Rose Tyler Breeze one because he posted it, but I didn't see it until like just now. He said that their tag team name should be the Breeze Buds. That would be fun. And I'll get to the Alex Riley one when we get to that again. But as far as this match goes, it was kind of, I didn't know who these guys were because I've been watching NXT for a second here. So I just called them random tag team number two because I didn't even really hear their names, and I heard it like once, and I was just like, I can't hear what they're saying, so screw it, random tag team. So, it looks like they were going to be really technical, especially with their like generic singlet headgear gimmick they were running with. It looked like they were going to be really technical, but then it was just weird because the other guy came in and he just started punching people. I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know his name. I'm just other guy number one, guy number two. Guy number two comes in and he just starts punching people, and I'm like, oh, well, that changed my thought process. But I love the finishing combo that Blake and Murphy do, the suplex frog splash thing. Love that. That's always fun. Excited for that. So I don't know how much I care about squash matches at this point. I don't think they need them. They're the champs. They already have proven themselves. I don't really think you need a squash match for the champions, really.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we go backstage again because tonight was a very promo and interview heavy show, which I didn't like that much, but whatever. Bayley says to Charlotte, she knows they haven't been the best of friends the past couple weeks, but she wants to wish Charlotte the best of luck in her match tonight. Charlotte says that Sasha, I can talk, is the one who is going to need the luck, and walks off camera. Emma comes in from the opposite side. Bayley says, "Hey, you want to go play with the bubble machine like old times?" Emma declines, so So Bailey says Charlotte has a big match coming up against Sasha, and asks Emma if she wants to come sit with her and watch it. Emma says, "Oh, you want to watch that match? You mean the one that you should have been in, but lost at Takeover?" She says, "You go around giving people high tens and throwing out headbands. It's cool though. It's cool." Um, Emma says, "I did the same thing on Raw, being really nice, and look where it got me. Back to NXT. Just something to think about." So we kind of get a more serious side of Emma, kind of trying to show Bailey, hey, I did the same thing, the happy-go-lucky goody two-shoe thing, and it got me right back to where I started from. So um, I hope to see more of Emma, though. I miss Emma. I miss her with her dancing and whatnot. Nobody danced with me. What the?
Oh, yeah. I learned something new. I just wanted to see if I could what that did. There we go. So we can actually see the comments now. So when we get to the Alex Riley thing, I'll actually show the comment.
How did you do that?
Yeah, I
I
think you
pressed
have
the
to
little
screen
eye
share.
on the comment tracker. I don't know if it's gonna show it on yours, but
I,
learn something new.
Oh, that's pretty
Can
interesting.
I get my thoughts about how Charlotte's still cocky?
sure, why not?
So Charlotte's still cocky, even though she doesn't have the championship. She doesn't care. She's still cocky anyway. Emma's just not a fan of Bailey right now. I don't think she's a fan of much of anything right now. I feel like there's a new Emma coming soon. Like we kind of saw like glimpses of serious Emma when she had the very first interview back in NXT, but it kind of faded away. Kind of when she was in the ring. Um, then maybe we're gonna get a new Bailey because we kind of seen glimpses of that too. So it's exciting.
Okay, so I didn't mind it. This wasn't bad, but I mean, I kind of like that Emma. I about to say something else, but I kind of like that Emma showed up. Pretty much warning um to the Bailey about forgot her name there. Bailey, hey, she needs to quit doing this. High tens and throwing out headbands, headbands.
You're fired. Get out of here.
I can't talk right now. Dude, Casey, you're giving me this can't talk phobia, whatever. But
I screwed up one time. You can't even form a sentence.
well, DJ threw me off. But what I was saying is, um, you know, she needs to quit doing that dinking around stuff. Bailey does. So that's pretty much what I get out of this.
All right. Next, we get an awesome Rhino video package. I loved this video package. It showed clips of his past in WWE and ECW, along with the past couple weeks when he's been in, just kind of and also incorporating the interview that he had, I think, last week. It was just a really cool video package. I really liked it. What did you guys think of it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good, pretty much showing like his old run back when he was in ECW and WWF at the time. And I like seeing this Rhino. If you don't know who Rhino is, you young kids, you can go watch his old stuff on the network.
Young kids. How old are you? Exactly. Talking about young kids.
Like younger than me. That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
All right, Rhino video package. I was excited because it was like a video package over his interview from last week or his like promo from last week. Basically, I liked it because I like that it showed different highlights from in his career. It kind of shows you that he's been a lot of different places a little bit. So that was it was cool. The gores that they showed. were really good. I like those. Um, so exciting. Happy to see Rhino back.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. So next we get Baron Corbin versus Tony Briggs, aka a Spirit Squad reject, apparently.
AKA young Brock Lesnar.
No, he was a Spirit Squad reject. He
No,
had the
but
same singlet. He
if
had.
you heard what the fans were chanting, they said young Brock Lesnar.
I don't care what the fans chanted. I really don't, because he was wearing the Spirit Squad get up, and he was looking like a Spirit Squad member, and that's what I wrote.
You're fired.
All right, I'm sorry.
You're fired.
I got.
You're fired.
As usual, it was a very, very quick match. He needs to stop having such short matches. It's getting. I want to see competitive matches with him. But anyway, during this match, Kevin Owens comes out to the announce table and kind of stares down Alex Riley. Jason Albert tries to kind of talk Alex down, calm him down. After the match, Owens grabs Alex's water and takes a drink of it, much like DJ just did. Thank you for the example. We appreciate that. He takes the drink, and the rest of it he pours on Alex's head. Alex gets up and gets right in Kevin's face. Jason quickly holds him back, reminding him, hey, you have a job, don't do it. So I liked it. It seemed really intense. It felt really intense. And WWE doesn't always do that. They don't always get intensity right. And this segment seemed really like they were gonna go at it. I liked it. What do you guys think of the short match or the segment after? DJ.
Oh, I was expecting Justin to go first, so I was confused. But I just put random amateur number 3 because I heard his name a little bit later than I expected to hear it. But he was not backing down, which I liked. I liked that he just wasn't gonna back down from Baron Corbin. He was ready. He says not today. Mr. Briggs says not today. Kevin Owens comes out, and then we go back to the ring, punch, end of days. That's it. I was like, oh, well, that was quick. Which, not that I wasn't expecting it. As far as the after match stuff with Riley and stuff, it was intense. I just thought it was funny how when Riley got in Owens' face, Owens didn't have enough room on the stage to stay up there, so he had to step backwards down. So it made Owens look shorter than Alex Riley. It kind of punked him a little bit just because he looked so much shorter than Riley. He had to step down a step, and I was like, oh, he got short, But obviously Owens is gonna pop a powerbomb Alex Riley through the announce table soon, so just waiting on it. I had a feeling he was gonna pour the water on him too. I was like, he's gonna do it. I can feel it. I liked it though.
Justin?
Okay, now my thoughts on the match. Well, I didn't really care about the match, pretty much a squash match. And like you said, DJ, jobber number 3. But I like when, Kevin Owens, he was just standing behind Alex Riley the whole time. He was just staring him down. He's like, you'd wear a guy. And then he grabs the water, drinks it, like when he poured it over his head. Oh my god, that's awesome. And then I wanted to see, I want to see a fight breakdown, but nope, we didn't get that. We didn't get that happen.
Yeah. I kind of like that I like it more that we didn't get that fight. It built it up more. It built the tension up more. But anyway, next we get a pre-recorded message from Sami Zayn. Zayn says, as you can see, he's not in Abu Dhabi anymore. He's back in Montreal, and the Abu Dhabi tour went great, so that was good. But he says in his short time away from NXT, he can't help but feel the NXT landscape is changing dramatically. New faces like Solomon Crow, returning guys like Rhino and the Brian Kendrick, new number one contender in Finn Balor, new women's champion Sasha Banks, and of course, at the top of the mountain is Kevin Owens. Zayn says he's sorry he can't be there to tell us this in person, but today is March, or was March 1st when the show was on. He said today marks his 13th year in this industry, and for the first time ever, he doesn't feel mentally prepared to be there. He says that's why he's home to get some perspective. This is where it all started. This is where the story of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn started. He says he hasn't watched the footage from TakeOver yet, but when he does, maybe he'll be able to put into words what he's going to do to Kevin Owens when he comes back. So it's building up, when is he going to come back? When is he finally going to, get his hands on Kevin Owens for what he did? Any thoughts on the promo, I guess?
I like this promo, this scene when, Sami Zayn's going to come back, and there has a lot of things that have changed in NXT, a lot of new guys have came, and, a lot of returns have came, and it's pretty much all I have to say about this, something really too special.
Man, I'm just wondering when my happy-go-lucky Sami Zayn's coming back, because I miss him. I miss my happy Sami Zayn. He
Hey,
was making me excited coming to the ring, although I wanted to cheer for Adrian Neville over Sami Zayn. But still,
you have to sing the
and I
song.
picked Kevin Owens over Sami Zayn.
You
But,
have to,
I was excited. What were we saying, Justin?
you have to sing the song.
Him and his
But,
music and his entrance music that's going to get us flags.
I don't even
yeah,
know.
yeah. But I miss my happy-go-lucky Sami Zayn. Um, even though every time I'm always cheering against him by accident just because I like Adrian Neville and I just kind of picked Kevin Owens to win because I thought it would be something cool to do. I still miss my boy, Sami Zayn. I miss Sami Zayn, man. I just miss him. I miss my happy Sami Zayn. Come back, Sami. Please?
So you're gonna cry?
Probably.
Do it off camera. Can't do it now.
Well, this got weird. There's no crying in podcasts. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, there actually is on the Crying Podcast.
Hey, quiet you. I will have none of your shenanigans, sir. Anyway, we come back to another backstage segment. Oh my god. CJ Parker is in Regal's office complaining about how he was attacked by Solomon Crow and he wasn't even dressed to compete. He wasn't. That's not fair. Alex Riley comes storming in and says, "Do you see what just happened?" Regal says, "Well, no. CJ was talking to me." Alex says, "Kevin Owens is running roughshod around here." Alex quits. He says he quits as a commentator. He wants Kevin Owens in the ring right here, right now. Make it happen. Regal says he respects that decision and the talent contract will have to be signed, but he will not give Alex the match against Kevin Owens until Regal thinks he's ready. At this point, CJ kind of laughs and says, "The only person to ever do anything to Kevin Owens is him. Look at the scar on his nose." That's right, yep. So Regal says again, "You'll get Kevin Owens when I think you're ready." So Alex says that's fine. because next week he's going to kick CJ's ass. So next week, I guess we're gonna get CJ Parker versus Alex Riley, which should be a good match, I think. What do you guys think of this 25th backstage segment of this hour-long show?
Yeah, I like this. Pretty much. Alex Riley, he was pissed off what just happened to him. Getting a lot of report on him. So went. Like you said, he went back to William Regal, and I like this. Pretty much retiring from the commentary team. And I like that he's gonna be facing C.J. Parker next week. That's gonna be good. Well, I mean, it's just pretty much gonna be a squash match, but pretty much um, everybody who C.J. Parker's faced is pretty much a squash match, and that's pretty much that's what C.J. Parker's pretty much gonna turn into. He's just a jobber. He just gets fed to everyone, everyone.
All right. Um, I love how CJ was like, look at the scar on his nose. I was the only one to do anything ever to him. And I was like, yeah, shout out to CJ Parker for doing nothing ever and then almost breaking Kevin Owens' nose. But I like CJ. I'm still waiting for my tag team with CJ Parker and Bo Dallas. Just saying. NXT. Book that,
Is
bro.
Bo Dallas
That would be a
alive?
good. Yes, he's good. I talked to Bray. Bray said he's good.
When's gonna be the return of Bo
He's
Dallas?
gonna be in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. It's gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen. But um, I was excited. A-Rod's coming back. Yes, sir. And back to our comments, our live commentators. Bam. There we go. It says, Alex Riley and Kevin Steen, he's looking for that NXT title feud. So, I think I am a little bit too, but I feel like, um, I don't know. I kind of want it to be for the title too, because it's always cool when it's for the title. And I don't think Alex Riley ever got a chance to win the title. He got a chance to hold the Miz's Money in the Bank contract. That was about it. So maybe Alex Riley can get him a title. And he's 33, so I also think he still has some go left in him. So shout out to LB Clash King again for the commenting, the live commenting.
Yeah. So, good match to look forward to next week. And then hopefully we get a feud, coming down, something like that. Next, we get Bull Dempsey versus Solomon Crow. Solomon Crow's in-ring debut in NXT. I liked this match. Great beginning. Bull was very dominant, but Crow was not backing down at all, which I really liked. And even though Bull was very dominant in this match, Crow still managed to look better in this match than Bull did, I felt like. Even though he was getting beat down a lot, I felt like he looked better than... Don't shake your head at me, boy. I felt like he looked better in the ring than Bull Dempsey did. Just he had that it factor to him too. Um, and I know it's Bull Dempsey is DJ's boy. He's shaking his head right now. He doesn't like what I'm saying, but I felt like Solomon Crow was much better in this match, even though he was basically the underdog kind of for most of it. But the winner, my boy Solomon Crow. Yeah, that's right. I get a boy too. He's my boy. Um, but I'm excited to see more of him. Because like I said, I've seen a little bit of him in the Indies, but not really a lot. So I'm excited to see him more in NXT. What do you guys think of this match?
Well, I didn't really like this match. I don't really like Bo Dempsey. Like his theme song goes, Bull shit. Bull shit.
I've
Bull.
never heard that
No,
ever.
no, no. That's why I added with him. You know, like when it said bull. After that, I added shit onto the end of it. But I'm Solomon Crow, like you said, he didn't really get much offense during this match, and I thought his finisher was just a little weird. Like slinging off the ropes and like doing this little weird type of splash. I think that was kind of weird. Hopefully, he gets a better finisher. But nothing real too much to say about this match. Didn't really like it, but I like Solomon Crow. He also is my boy, also.
All right, all
I just
right.
can't
I feel
stand Will
like
Dempsey.
everyone who isn't DJ's boy is our boy.
Probably. um, I don't know. I liked how Solomon punched out the LED apron. I thought it was kind of symbolic of him kind of hacking everything like he does. Um, his hair like reminded me of Albert Einstein, which kind of was cool because he like kind of hacks into everything. It feels like I thought that was kind of cool. Um, it was really aggressive, like especially at the start. Like both guys are really trying to feel each other out with aggression more so than anything. Freaking Solomon Crow looks just so small compared to Bull. I don't know if you guys caught that, but like when he was like laying down, like balled up, like selling a move, it looked like Bull looked like he was like 3 times his size, which he probably is, because Bull's a big dude. I like that Crow showed a bit of power in the match, especially trying to pick him up and then falling, but then going back to it with a power slam a little bit later. I thought that was kind of cool, kind of add another dimension to his repertoire. The running knee was nice, and then I don't know what to call that little headbutt he did at the end. I guess it was a pendulum headbutt. I guess.
I thought it was like a
Um,
splash, like a splash.
Yes, the
I
pendulum
mean,
headbutt.
yeah, that's what it seemed like. It seemed kind of like a pendulum headbutt from the top rope because it's kind of hard to do it the other way with him that close. But you know, not happy about the outcome because I'm trying to figure out what they're doing with Bull because I think Bull's a lot better than he's given credit for. But they're just not doing anything with him but letting him lose. Well, this is a must-win match for Bull, but then he loses, and I'm like, all right. So is the next match going to be a must-win match? Well, I just want to see what they're going to do with him because I think Bull's got a lot of potential in him. I'm a fan.
Was his finisher from the top rope? I don't think it was. I thought it was just off the ropes. No.
Diving headbutt, Bull.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about Solomon Crow.
Well,
It wasn't from the top rope. He just like leaned on the ropes and like did this weird type of move.
That's what I mean. Like he was leaning from the actual top rope, not necessarily the middle, as Dean would do.
Yeah.
yeah, it
That's
was
what I'm trying to say.
weird. But anyway, moving on. Before we get into a debate over what his move is, and we just no. So we get to the main event, which is the NXT Women's Championship rematch. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. For some reason, I felt like the crowd wasn't really into this match. They seemed dead. I mean, there was points where they popped like usual, but they just didn't seem into this match, and I really wasn't into the match either. But I think it was more because Charlotte should be on the main roster now, and I think we're all upset that she's not because WWE talent and WWE officials don't know what to do with her, even though there's a shit ton you could do with her because she doesn't fit the typical model or WWE diva, whatever.
The beautiful girl that can't wrestle
Yeah,
persona.
she's the beautiful girl that can wrestle, and that throws them the hell off. They don't know what to do. Um, but good submission work in this, but I felt like there was too much submission work to a point where it kind of started getting boring. Um, but then one of the parts that bothered me was when Charlotte rolled over in the bank statement. Um, her foot touched the bottom rope, which I always thought was good enough for a rope break. I thought if you touched the rope, I didn't realize I didn't know you actually had to grab it anymore. Like, I thought as long as your foot touched it, that would be a rope break. And her foot touched it, and I was like, break! No! But I mean, I guess WWE just changes whatever rules they want. We've found that out in past weeks, with Kevin Owens. Because, he should. Anyway, but yeah, we've seen much better Charlotte and Sasha matches. Especially, this should have been so much better, especially since it was a women's championship match. I mean, we didn't expect Charlotte to win, but I felt like we expected a better match out of it. Even though she wasn't gonna win, this just kind of it felt like it lacked something. But anyway, Sasha wins using the ropes for leverage. What did you guys think of this match? Were you kind of let down too?
I was kind of let down during this match. Like, I wasn't like, I thought this match could have been better. This was one of their weakest matches. But when Sasha Banks was doing those submission moves on Charlotte, I thought she was like going to break her back, because she was really working the back of Charlotte during this match. I like when Charlotte went for that moonsault, but she landed on her feet. These two girls are physical. They do really good action in the ring, but like you said, Casey, this was one of their weakest matches, and that should have been a rope break, like you said, when Charlotte touched the ropes. But and when Charlotte did that spear, you know what that spear was better than, DJ? Go on, DJ. Casey.
It was a good spear, but
You're younger me. It was an okay spear. It was okay.
It was better than Roman Reigns' spear.
Well, any spear is better than Roman Reigns' spear.
Yeah, but I don't really like the way Sasha Banks won this match though. I mean, yes, I understand that she's a heel, but she could have won it by the bank statement. She didn't have to win it by cheating. I mean, even though she's a heel, but yeah.
first off, Roman Reigns' spear is not that freaking bad. Just because he hits him in the chest and not the midsection does not mean it's a bad spear. It just means he does it differently than other people.
He doesn't
It
even
looks
hit
like
him
it's
the mid chest. He hits him up here.
He hits him here. He hits him in
But
the
what's
neck.
the issue with that? Like, if you do a spear, like, you can change it up a little bit. He did it on Big Show once, and fantastic. And now, when he does it on a smaller guy, I feel like it looks even better. But before I get on my Roman Reigns rant,
hit them in their neck.
before I get on my Roman Reigns rant, because I think Roman Reigns is better than people give him credit for, let's go back to my girl, Sasha. I felt like this match wasn't as good as the other ones because it was dominated by Sasha so much. Like, Sasha was just in control the entire time. Like, she was working the back, and she was just, even when she wasn't in control, she rolled out to the ring, she got back in control. So it was kind of her being in control rather than being kind of back and forth like it's been in the past. The fans, when they were into it early on, seemed to be firmly behind Sasha, which was surprising. The transition she did into the crawl space, I thought looked really nice. Gotta love the backpack stunner. Shout out to Charlotte for that. I like that. The double knees to the back looked like it hurt really bad. As far as like in the corner, and I like how Sasha noticed that I'm working the back, so instead of doing my double knees to the stomach this time, I do it to the back. I like how she noticed that. The bank statement looked pretty brutal, just because of Charlotte's flexibility. It felt like the neck breaker that Charlotte went for into the gore, 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 maybe. I'm not sure, but she did hit a spear. And I thought it looked pretty nice. Um, Charlotte kind of looked different in this match. She looked kind of worn out. Like I know when she was like down on the ground, and it may have just been her telling just in general, but she just looked tired um, for some reason. I felt like she just looked like she was just not as in shape for this match as she has been in the past. And maybe that's just because she got dominated this match and it was a little bit different. Um, the finish was weird, but I guess it made sense though because once again Charlotte lands on her back, trying to do the kind of supernatural selection, I guess you could call it. And Charlotte, I mean not Charlotte, but Sasha pins off of that. So I mean it was kind of weird, but then again it makes sense because with Charlotte selling the back, it makes sense that she could win off of that. So I thought it wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't the best, and I just honestly feel like it wasn't the best just because Sasha had a ton of control throughout the match.
And also, people need to quit calling my girl Sasha Banks Ratchet. She's
No,
not.
she's not.
They need to quit calling her Ratchet. She's not Ratchet.
Anyway, now that we're done talking about our Ratchet NXT Women's Champion. Anyway, no, I like Sasha. So that was the review for this week. Like I said, it seemed really backstage segment heavy and promo heavy tonight. But like we've said in the past, they have to have at least one or two promo heavy shows to kind of build up for storylines and things like that. Especially the fact that it is just an hour show. You have to keep the stories up and everything. I'm excited to see when the next NXT special event is going to be. I feel like they're building up some more rivalries for that, whenever that's going to be. And just some good rivalries in general. I'm excited to see what's going on with Alex Riley. I'm excited to see what we're going to see more with Solomon Crow, Rhino. Basically everything is really getting good right now. Can't wait till Sami Zayn returns to see what's going on with that. Can't wait till we get a title match with my boy Finn Balor. Because he's the next champion. He's the next one. And then hopefully WWE brings somebody else up from NXT to the main roster and keeps them there and does well with them. Just one time, WWE. I just want one that you don't completely fuck up and send back to NXT. But anyway, that's our review. Follow the podcast down there, and all of us on Twitter as well, if you want to. But more importantly, follow the podcast so you get updates and everything like that. We should be having a WrestleMania video coming up pretty soon, where we've been trying to get done, but with our schedules, it's been kind of hard. You guys want to do your closing?
Yep, sure. So, this wasn't a bad show this week. I mean, there were a little too much promos on this show, like Casey said. But pretty much the main things I got out of the show was, the Kevin Owens and the Alex Riley and the Sasha Banks and Charlotte. That's pretty much the main things I got out of the show. But go follow me on Twitter at the TrueJSBN. Go subscribe to the Juggernaut 097 on YouTube, and also go follow the podcast on Twitter. That's the main thing. So let's see if I get this right. Yep. Do all that stuff right there. So yeah.
Oh, first off, shout out to LB Clash Kings for being alive commentator, commentator. However,
Commenter? It's a simple word. It's just commenter.
commentor or you
You
know,
don't have to add no, don't have to add none of that fancy stuff.
being the fella who comments during the video. That's what he was.
The commenter.
Quit hating. All right, but I just appreciate it because it's always fun to have some interaction, especially besides us three, because it's always fun. And he's always here, so it's always good to see him. Thanks again for everyone for coming by. Follow me on Twitter. It is there. Ha ha! Trick. And the other one is there. The podcast one. Just feel free to follow that one too. Follow that one first, and then come follow me. I guess. If you come as a fan, tell me so I'm not just looking at a random person follow me and be like, "Who are you?" But feel free to talk to me whenever you want to. See you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy. Share the video if you like. Subscribe if you like. Whatever you'd like to do it. All right? That's what I say.
Except
See you
that.
guys later.
Don't do that. You know what you're thinking, you sicko. Sorry.
Yeah, accept that. Unless it was subscribe, then do that. Do that. Yeah, go do that now. But love you guys. See you guys later.